A very good morning, children. Today we will discuss chapter 14 of history, the nationalist movement from 1870 to 1947 till the independence of India. So to start with, we will first discuss about the formation of Indian Association by Surendranath Banerjee in 1876, which was formed in Calcutta. So it was the first association, political association to express the problems of the Indians. One of the major developments that took place in 1885 was the formation of Indian National Congress by A.O. Hume, a retired British official, and he was supported by 72 educated Indians. And the first meeting was held in Bombay, presided over by W.C. Banerjee. Now, the Indian National Congress initially was dominated by moderate leaders, and the moderates had complete faith in the British. Now, next we will discuss about what methods were adopted by moderates to present their demands before the British government. They followed moderate ways, they believed in ideals, and they followed three methods. They were known as 3 Ps: prayer, protest, and petition. And some of the important leaders were Gopal Krishna Gokhale, M.G. Ranade, Dadabhai Nauroji, and others. Now, there were another group of leaders who were known as radicals. These leaders emerged after 1905 in Indian National Congress, when the British were unable to solve the problems of Indians. There were continuous drought and there were economic problems. So these young leaders emerged in Congress, and they were different from moderates in their approach. How they were different? They did not believe in appeals, they believed in actions. Some of the important leaders were Lala Lajpat Rai, Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Bipin Chandra Pal, और ये तीनों, they were famously known as Lal Bal Pal. उनकी methods क्या था? They had protest, हड़ताल्स and slogans. तो नेक्स्ट हम पढ़ेंगे मॉडरेट्स का क्या क्या डिमांड था. इन द अर्ली फेज, व्हाट वर द डिमांड्स ऑफ मॉडरेट्स? Moderates demanded to have representative institutions in India. They wanted to create provincial legislative councils. They also wanted that civil service examinations should be held in India, which was being held in London. उसके बाद और क्या मांग था उनका? They wanted to ensure the growth of Indian industries, and they also wanted to stop the drain of wealth to Britain. Radical groups क्या चाहते थे? They developed love for Swadeshi goods. They encouraged participation in mass rallies. They wanted to boycott the foreign goods. They boycotted the British government also and their services, the schools and colleges. They wanted to surrender the titles given by the British. उस टाइम में ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट जो रिच इंडियंस होते थे, जमींदार होते थे, उनको कुछ टाइटल्स देके अपनी तरफ खींचना चाहते थे, तो वो टाइटल्स को वापस करना चाहते थे. And they also encouraged national education. Okay. So these were the developments that we have discussed in India, or what were the demands of moderates and what were the demands of radicals. The next important topic we are going to discuss about is partition of Bengal. Lord Curzon, he issued an order for partition of Bengal in July 1905. क्यों ऐसा किया उन्होंने? He wanted to weaken the Hindu-Muslim unity. लेकिन ऑफिशियल रीजन क्या दिया गया? That it was very difficult to govern such a big territory and to collect revenue from such a big province. इसीलिए उसको डिवाइड किया गया. तो इंडियंस का रिएक्शन क्या था? There were protests against partition. The day was observed as the day of mourning. The Swadeshi boycott and national education were adopted as tool for achieving Swaraj. Students participated in large numbers. There was a large-scale participation of women also. Foreign goods were picketed, and shops selling foreign goods were also picketed. The next important topic we are going to discuss about is the Congress session of 1906. फाइनली जो 1905 में जो पार्टीशन हुआ था उसको ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट को विथड्रॉ करना पड़ा। कौन सी ईयर में? 1911 में। उसके बाद हम नेक्स्ट पढ़ेंगे कांग्रेस सेशन ऑफ 1906। ये जो 1906 में कांग्रेस का एक सेशन होता है उसका इंपॉर्टेंस क्या था? इट वॉज प्रिजाइडेड ओवर बाय दादा भाई नेहरू एंड इट वॉज हेल्ड इन कैलकाटा, और इसकी एक मेन गोल था अटेनमेंट ऑफ स्वराज, दैट इज सेल्फ गवर्नमेंट। उसके बाद 1907 में कांग्रेस का सेशन इट वॉज हेल्ड इन सूरत। Okay, there was a split in the party and the session was held in Surat and the two groups parted ways. यहाँ two groups कौन है? Moderates and radicals. The moderates were led by the leaders like Gopal Krishna Gokhale and the radicals were led by Lal Bal Pal. 1906 की एक और important development है formation of Muslim League. It was formed with the encouragement of the Britishers and formed by Aga Khan, the Muslim religious head, and Nawab Salimullah of Dhaka. और इनकी main intention था to protect the interest of Muslims. One of the major achievements of the year 1909 was the passing of Marle-Minto reforms by the British government. The British government announced the Marle-Minto reforms to pacify the moderates. Muslims were granted separate electorate. It means in Muslim majority areas only Muslims were given voting rights. This was a threat to Hindu-Muslim unity, so the moderates opposed it. ठीक है, उसके बाद हम नेक्स्ट पढ़ेंगे व्हाट वाज द इम्पोर्टेंट इवेंट ऑफ 1916. द ईयर 1916 वाज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर टू थिंग्स व्हिच आर बीइंग मेंशन्ड इन योर बुक. एक तो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट था फॉर्मेशन ऑफ होम रूल लीग. होम रूल का मतलब है सेल्फ रूल. मिसेस एनी बेसेंट एस्टेब्लिश्ड होम रूल लीग इन मद्रास इन द ईयर 1916 and Bal Gangadhar Tilak established it in Maharashtra in the same year and objective was to attain home rule. इसका मतलब है self government. In the same year Lucknow Pact was signed. The year 1916 was really very important in the annals of Indian history. The moderates and radicals were reunited. वो कब separate हुए थे? 1907 में सूरत सेशन में अलग हुए थे. 1916 में they were reunited. It strengthened the national movement and INC और मुस्लिम लीग के बीच में एक एग्रीमेंट साइन हुआ. And by this agreement they jointly agreed for self rule. मुस्लिम लीग एंड इंडियन नेशनल कांग्रेस जॉइंटली डिमांडेड फॉर सेल्फ रूल. उसके बाद हम पढ़ेंगे हाउ गांधी जी अराइव्ड इन द पॉलिटिकल सीन ऑफ इंडिया और हाउ गांधी जी प्लेड ए वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट रोल in freedom movement of India. After the First World War, Gandhiji took over the leadership of Indian National Congress. So he came to India in 1915 from South Africa. Then he led the freedom struggle of India. He followed Satyagraha. इसका मतलब क्या है? Satyagraha means demand for truth. He propagated tolerance, non-violence, and simple living. He established Sabarmati Ashram in Gujarat. People of all caste and religion were welcome in his ashram. He fought for indigo farmers of चंपारण. गांधी जी का पहला सत्याग्रह कहां से शुरू हुआ? चंपारण से शुरू हुआ. ठीक है. He also fought for the farmers of खेड़ा. नेक्स्ट ईयर, पहला ईयर उन्होंने 1917 में चंपारण के फार्मर्स के लिए लड़ा, उसके बाद खेड़ा की फार्मर्स के लिए लड़ा. एंड बाय 1919 गांधी हैड बिकम द मोस्ट पॉपुलर लीडर ऑफ इंडिया. 1919 में ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट ने और एक एक्ट पास किया. दिस केम टू बी नोन एज गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट ऑफ 1919 और मॉन्टेग्यू चेम्सफोर्ड रिफॉर्म्स. बाय दिस एक्ट द ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट introduced some reforms. This system introduced dual government or diarchy in India. इसका मतलब क्या है? All important subjects like finance, police, they were under British and Indian minister were given only the charge of education and health. It means power remained in the hands of British government, which was protested by Indians. In the same year, another law was passed by the British government and this came to be known as Rowlatt Act. What was Rowlatt Act? By this act, the government got power to arrest anyone without a warrant. किसी की अरेस्ट के लिए वारंट चाहिए, लेकिन ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट ने एक ऐसा लॉ पास किया बिना वारंट के किसी को भी अरेस्ट कर सकते हैं. दिस वॉज कॉल्ड एज ब्लैक लॉ बाय इंडियंस. और इस लॉ के तहत अगर किसी की अरेस्ट होता था तो द पर्सन कुड नॉट कीप ए लॉयर ऑल्सो, ही कुड नॉट प्लीड इन द कोर्ट. इसीलिए नो वकील नो दलील, दलील भी नहीं दे सकता और 2 साल के मिनिमम सजा होता था. सो दिस वॉज कंसिडर्ड एज ब्लैक लॉ एंड देयर वॉज वाइड स्प्रेड प्रोटेस्ट अगेंस्ट इट. उसी साल में ही और एक ऐसे इंसिडेंट हुआ which turned the whole of India and that was Jallianwala Bagh massacre, जिसके बारे में आप सब जानते हो. Most of you might have visited also the place. So we will discuss about the Jallianwala Bagh massacre which took place on 13th April 1919. On 13th April 1919, the people of Punjab gathered on the day of Baisakhi at Jallianwala Bagh, which is situated near Golden Temple of Amritsar. The people were having a peaceful protest rally against the arrest of prominent leaders of Punjab, Dr. Satyapal and Saifuddin Kichler. General Dyer ordered the British Army to open fire at the hundreds of innocent men, women and children. During that period, recently the British government had imposed martial law. इसका मतलब क्या था? By which people could not gather at one place and the people were not knowing about the martial law. So General Dyer ordered for the open fire, thousands of people were killed and the massacre has turned the whole country. And now people decided to fight against British and Gandhiji also decided to start the mass movement. The passing of Rowlatt Act, the tragic massacre of Jallianwala Bagh, and the passing of Government of India Act of 1919, which suppressed Indians, all this made Gandhiji decide to start the mass movement, and that was non-cooperation movement. So we will discuss in the next part about the rest of the nationalist movement from 1870 to 1947. So thank you and have a nice day.